an act intelligence.
No, I would not tell my 5-year-old grandson, don't run away from the snake.
No, you cannot say that to the 5-year-old son. No.
You're going to say, run as fast as
Get
you
mommy.
Can. No, not even get mommy. Run.
Okay, let's focus. Everybody, please come back.
Yeah.
Let's start. It's okay, they'll come. We've already lost 10 minutes. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahabhijam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva, Tvameva Vidya cha Gurum Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. So today I send those verses.
Right. Yeah, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, because they are about the food. And I just want to say the context why we are doing it. And there is one paragraph by Swamiji himself, and I thought that was a really nice one that we will. And this book is a little bit falling apart. I had put the thing, it came out. Okay. So first of all, I was mentioning that how in Bhagavad Gita he explained that the Prakriti has that Sattvic, Rajas and Tamas. It's made of the 3 gunas.
What is the chapter and what is
the chapter 17, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm just saying that in yours, just go by this. See that this is 11, so 18. This is how you go in this, and this says the verse number. So you go. Then it's very easy to come. 8, 9, and 10. But I'm just telling a little background. Okay, so the Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, the entire Prakriti is made of that. So I have done this before, but just to remind you that Arjun said that if somebody has not read the Shastras and still has faith, then, how will he conduct himself, and is it still okay and all that? And Krishna Bhagavan started saying that, remember I talked about faith can be of 3 kinds. And then what he did was he said there are 4 different things that we do. Each one of us does that. So he kind of divided our life into 4 different aspects for understanding. So one of them is food. They call it ahar. And then there is another way that people say it, ahar, vihar, and vichar. If you guys must have heard of it. Ahar is taking food, but when Swamiji explains ahar, he says it's not only just food taken by mouth for eating, but it is your 5 senses. Okay. So what you put in through your 5 senses have an effect on you. That we all know. We see a scary movie, we get scared. We see a nice movie, we get inspired. So that's another way of looking at ahar. And vihar is your circumstances in environment, not circumstances, environment. So there are certain things we cannot control in the environment. What outside government does and all. Hey, what can I do? But at least in your own home, we can create a sattvic environment. And the third is vichar. So which ahar, vihar, and vichar. Though all they have effect. vichar is what I'm thinking, and we all know. So that is one way of classifying. But here,
Vyavhar also.
yeah, Vyavhar. That's very good one. Another one, how I transact myself.
4. So
No, this 4 is I'm coming.
Okay.
I was giving another background.
Ahar,
because,
Vihar, Vyavhar and
Achar.
Achar.
yeah. So here in Bhagavad Gita, he divided into yagna, ahar, yagna, tapas, and dan. Okay. So ahar is the food he's talking about, what we eat. Yagna is our actions. And the reason they call it yagna over there because they believe that our action should be contributing to something. So that's why it's called, yagna is when you sacrifice something and you get the result. So from there,
in yagna we put ahuti. So this is like ahuti. हम जो भी कर रहे हैं वो समर्पित कर रहे हैं God को.
Yeah, right. तो इसलिए ये word use किया गया है. But basically, it's our actions in the world is yagna. And then tapa. Tapa is when you want to get something higher value, and that's why you are doing tapas, and then you let go of the lower. तो उसमें थोड़ा सा ताप होता है अपने को. Like when we are trying to do something good and we have to do mehnat. It can be physical mehnat, it can be mental restraint. कोई in-laws आ गए हैं, and then I have gotta serve them. So वो भी tapas में आ जाएगा. I'm doing it because understanding से.
वो तपस्या नहीं आएगा अगर simple if you have good relationship and you are serving them, that's your duty.
No, I know. But in the line of duty, we do things, we might let go of our sleep. I'm talking in general now. I'm not talking something...
Like when you feel, you are not having very good relationship or something and you feel you have to do extra effort to serve them, to take
that may be another level, but what I'm trying to get at is that even if you have a good relationship, like with your children, you do a lot of tapas for them too. You are letting go of sleep, you are cooking food that they like, or for your husband, or anything that we do for a higher purpose comes under tapas, and every one of us does it.
Okay, I thought that comes under the second category.
They are all, this is what it is. It's not like a box, that it is fit in a box. They flow into each other. But these are categories for our understanding. So we should just try to understand what he's trying to say. So because the main purpose he was trying to categorize, because then he goes into the detail of what is sattvic tapas, rajasic and tamasic. There is a tamasic tapas also. When people do lot of things, in the name of tapas, but it hurts them and other people. So that's where he's getting at. That's why I was trying
tapas is sacrifice beyond your normal duty.
Tapas, I think, should be...
To sacrifice...
It's on the highest level it can be, on a small level it can be when you are doing a little bit of stuff for people.
You have to give something up.
Remember, he's not generalizing right now, so don't go into at this stage into nuance of it, what it is.
Yeah, but tapas would be tapasya then? Short
comes from short
tapasya.
Exactly. Tapas is a Sanskrit word for tapasya, that's right. So tapas is when it can be any kind. When people go sit under the tree, meditate, is tapas. Or hey, I want to give up some food because I want to get better health. That is a tapas for the health.
I mean, brat.
Yeah, 9/11 is a good example of tamasic tapas. They did tapas. They put a lot of energy, but
it turned out to be disastrous for a lot of people. So everybody kind of got the gist. So everybody remember ahar means food, yagna, tapas, and last one is dana. Dana is giving alms, and and it can be many different ways. If you take a broad of dana, anything you do for other people, including bringing food in this class, to giving, a lot of money or time or energy or whatever, your talent to someone, everything comes under dana. So then again, it will be 3 different kinds. One is, hey, this is my privilege, that's why I'm giving. Another one can say, I'm giving, but I'm on my nameplate over there, the Rajasic Dan. And the third one is like, just damn it, take this and throw at them. That can become, sometimes you do that, Bhikhari is after you and you get so annoyed and you just throw the thing at him and get lost from here. Here is your 5 rupees.
And sometimes
that's
you
a
do dan to gain fame or name.
That's Rajasic.
That's Rajasic.
Yes. So anyway, so those are broad categories I was telling you. And then, so now I chose the 3 for the food, and here is Swamiji's explanation of this. So I'll read that. That was very interesting. We need to know that why we are doing it. Here follows a detailed analysis of one's inner nature, and naturally one's outward expression when one is under the irresistible influence of any one particular guna. Now remember, we discussed that humans are the only one that can analyze their action and change it. Animals cannot. You can train a dog to do a few things, but they're extremely limited. They are programmed by the nature and they cannot change. So these things are outward expression of what my internal mind and faith and everything is. And then these are the tips for you that, hey, if I'm doing this, that means Rajoguna is more in me. And if you want Rajoguna, perfectly fine, continue. But if you want to change, then you will have to shift. And then food is just a small aspect of something. So don't think that by changing your food, all of a sudden you will become sattvic. But it is a component. So if you want a sattvic life, you'll have to have from every angle, so everyone understands that. So I'm not saying that, hey, just khali food change kar lo, sab kuch ho jayega. But if you eat a healthy food, there are benefits for the health. So why not, right? So that's what he's saying. And then these stanzas are not to be misconstrued as a ready reckoner to classify others. That's another very important thing, because the moment we read that, oh, falana to bahut tamsik hai, wo ye khata hai. No, it has nothing to do with anybody. He's telling you where you stand and if you want to change. So all of us need to remember this in this class. Hinduism, in its essential beauty, is a subjective science for bringing about a fuller unfoldment of the dormant potentiality in an individual's own personality. So that's what it is. That my own personality, how it is. In unraveling the beauties of the soul and in exploiting the strength of the heart. So that's the purpose here. Each one will have to purify himself from the dullness of tamas and the agitations of rajas, and keep oneself in the creative alertness and spiritual glow of sattva. So that's the purpose. I thought he very beautifully put it. So now we can go to the food, how he classifies the 3 kinds of food. So the Sanskrit is Ayu Sattva.
This is in which 8th chapter?
No.
Yeah,
chapter 17,
yeah, 7, 8, 9 and 10.
8,
9 and 10. Oh. The explanation for these 3 chapters were not about food and all that. It was more about action.
No. This one is
I told you that he's going to talk about 4 different
17.
aspects here.
Every aspect he talks. Food is so important.
So food, yagna, tapas and dana. So now he's talking about kaun sa food sattvic hai, kaun sa food rajasic hai, kaun sa. Agar the way I look at it, if I'm eating, this comes internally, it comes, okay? So if I'm eating this food, this is my personality. So now if I want to switch my personality, I'll have to, food may be one aspect, I have to do other things too. So food may be one indication that this is what my inclination is right now. Okay, from there. And then as I told you that another thing, that food is so talked about these days. What does Krishna Bhagwan have to say about food? That's why I brought this. Because people are, pata nahi kaun si diet leke baithe hue hain log, vegan and falana and thikra, like I don't know. It's just so much confusion I see. So it's come back and see what Krishna Bhagwan has to say and then analyze yourself. Okay. So everybody is on the correct now? Can I move forward? Ayu sattva bala rogya.
Ayu sattva bala rogya.
Sukha priti vivardhanaha.
Sukha priti vivardhanaha.
Rasya stigna snigdha sthira rudya.
Rasya stigna sthira rudya.
Ahara sattvika priyaha.
Ahara sattvika priyaha.
Everybody excuse me, sometimes I may pronounce it wrong. So just,
It's not easy.
yeah, you can listen to some other great people who have pronounced it correctly. If I do,
We've got
so don't go
everybody in this
100%
class.
by.
Gurukul ki this should know Sanskrit well.
Yeah, so just excuse me if I.
I understand how hard it is.
Okay, so who has this? You have this book, right? Yeah. So can you read the English translation of this? The food which increases. Yeah.
The food which increase life, purity, strength, health, joy and cheerfulness, good appetite, which are savory and oleaginous.
How do you pronounce this word?
Oleaginous.
Snigdha.
Oleaginous.
Oleaginous. Oleaginous. Okay.
Oleaginous, substantial and agreeable, are dear to the sattvic pure.
Okay, so here he's saying these are the sattvic food. Okay, so increasing like आयु जिससे हमारा life increase होता है वैसा food जो pure हो, you know, strength जिससे बढ़े अपनी body की, health and joy and cheerfulness, good appetite, which are savory. And oleaginous is, you know, containing oil. That's one aspect, but we will open it up more. Substantial and agreeable. Agreeable is also very important. कि ये नहीं कि Krishna Bhagavan is saying mithai is very good.
Yes.
But if you're diabetic, it's not agreeable to you. So immediately he put that agreeable because people have this habit of, you know, justifying in saying no, it has to be so each one
जो
of
diabetic है वो भी natural से भी खा सकता है ना, dates वगैरह, they don't have to go for the artificial sugar.
So what he's trying to say that you need to be your own policeman, that hey, this food, what is it doing to me? We know. We eat something and it makes us sick. And we all know if we eat very simple food, we are so healthy. I think that sometimes the people who do vrat and they follow that vrat diet nicely, and then in the end they don't eat all this oily stuff, they always say that I feel so good if you get on fruits or, you know, some
Fruits, milk, dry fruits.
Yeah, so you already know. So he's saying it should be agreeable.
Actually, your body, if you just are aware of your body, your body tells you.
Yeah.
What,
That
exactly.
whether it's sattvic, rajasic or tamasic.
Right. So, but we need to be aware of it, that this is what causes the awareness. Are dear to the sattvic people. Okay. So, your Swamiji's commentary over here, he says that the people who want a spiritual upliftment, they will automatically go for food that's going to increase their vitality and, you know, ayuka means your vitality, you know, and not sheer just bulk. And they will want to eat that is going to give them energy for the meditative purposes. ये नहीं कि भाई खा के वो पिज़्ज़ा खा के डल होके सो रहे हैं, पराठा खा के, you know how whenever I eat paratha I feel sleepy. We all know that.
Don't knock paratha.
हाँ, पराठा खा के सब सो जाते हैं पंजाब में 1-2 घंटा, you know.
लस्सी पी के.
वही हाँ, लस्सी तो ये.
मेरे हस्बैंड कहते थे तुम्हारे 2 परोठे पहियों का काम करते हैं, सीधे बेड पे ले जाते हैं.
So you know, we need to accept it. Be bold enough to say, okay, you know, I am eating this kind of food, and if I want to meditate that day, I better not eat paratha then, you know. So, which supplies the energy for meditative person, that's virya, which discovers for him a secret strength, because he's saying bala, jo bal increase karta ho hame. So he's almost saying that is not just physical bal, but mental bal too. You know, so you cannot just literally take that. You gotta go a little bit deep into it. Bala to resist the temptation for sense objects. That's real true strength, because whenever we see a strength, we think it's some physical strength, or I can lift this weight. No, he's saying when he's talking about bala, he's talking about mental strength to avoid. If मैंने कुछ ठान लिया मुझे ये गलत है नहीं करना है, तो वो that strength to move forward, willpower, you know. So that's what he's talking about. And it provides health, arogya. So he won't fall ill, you know. And so if he falls ill, he cannot do his sadhana. So all that purpose is for a higher sadhana. That's what Swami.
I want to add one thing more. This stomach. Why you feel sleepy after you eat food? So actually, the brain always tells you your stomach is full, but we eat more. So when you eat more and your stomach is overfull, that's the time you really want to sleep.
Because the body is working hard to digest, and the body loses all the strength instead of gaining. You know?
All the pran vayu is there to
digest the food.
digest the
So
food.
balance
So there's no.
Actually,
It has to do with
they tell you
overeating.
3/4 of
Yeah,
the stomach
you
should be
notice
full.
yourself.
One
If you're going to
third should be
overeat,
empty.
then
Yeah, then your stomach
That's
is
the time to
overfull,
stop.
then you
Really,
sleep.
yeah.
Then you sleep.
Yeah.
And
So
rice does that to you no matter what.
see that
No, anything. Overeating. Rice also you can eat, but if you know.
overeating is the problem. You can eat a
Yeah.
small portion of
Actually,
rice, no
overeating,
problem.
yeah.
But balance hona chahiye. You are absolutely right.
Now if you
Yes.
observe
glad
ourselves,
Meena is not
when
here.
when do we sleep after eating?
Right.
That's the time.
I'm
you
glad my wife is not here.
आपका तो एकदम प्रॉब्लम हो जाता
मेरा
है
तो
ना।
बहुत प्रॉब्लम बल्कि in the end you'll find out we all are mostly tamasic eaters.
No, no.
And I'm not making any comments.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Once you,
This is just, to
because-
me, this is a good revelation, and I think
because
that,
Krishna Bhagwan didn't have refrigerator that time, So
no, he
said-
brings that up. He
Don't
brings
eat
it.
fresh.
No, but even see, ये भगवान जो है ना सदगुरु, he says सबसे बेस्ट खाना ये होता है कि खाना बन गया है 10 मिनट के अंदर उसको खाओ.
अच्छा सब आ रहा है, सब आ रहा है. Just
I-
have you patience.
Within 3 hours, you have to
For
finish.
God's sake, please listen to what Krishna Bhagavan is, then we'll have discussion.
Yeah, right.
Because he has covered
Shut
everything.
down.
it's a very interesting topic.
Yeah, and the reason I brought this up, that
Yeah.
जब भी हमारे दिमाग में होगा ना, तो हम थोड़ा सा change करेंगे, because
Sure.
I'm not saying कि एकदम से सात्विक हो जाएंगे, okay?
Yeah.
But small changes we can make.
Like we
okay?
gave up plastic.
Yes,
Yeah,
and that's
that
a
was-
big thing.
that's a good
And then
one.
like थोड़ा सा canned food छोड़ दो, ये
Yeah.
सोडा छोड़ दो.
Yeah.
I don't know. Each one might have certain things, and we
Right.
can. That's why I thought this
Yeah,
was good.
no, that's very
So let's hear what Bhagwan has to say.
Yeah.
So where was I?
Second.
We come in there. Substantial and agreeable.
Such
food.
people will have natural inclination to take food which augment joy, priti. He's taking the exact words what Krishna, and inner cheerfulness, sukha. Okay. In short, such creative men by their own choice enjoy only food that will be clean and wholesome, with no chance for them when consumed to putrefy within. Okay, that's what he said. So what I had done, because this we teach to the kids also, so I had done some research and I made some notes, and I thought I will just read
And I
that.
think Indian philosophy is the only one that has done so much research on food.
Yes, and
No,
so
because we believe food as
yeah.
medicine. They're the only ones who believe.
this is what they have to say.
So many
the
things.
Indian philosophy. The grossest part is removed from the system by body through excretory system. Okay, the subtler part of it goes to the skin, bones, blood, etc.
Yeah.
The food we eat, and the subtlest part of the food is a material which our mind is made.
Right.
So the food does have effect on your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That
this-
is for the tejas and ojas.
yes. So we cannot say that kuch bhi kha lo, and no, it does have an effect on your mind. Hence, food is also an important part that affects our thoughts, faith, and nature. All three it affects. So what food we like reflects our nature, and then
I think it affects our dreams also.
sattvic person.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Because mind is
Yeah.
dream is in the mind only.
Sattvic people like sattvic food, that helps them to make more sattvic, of course. But sattvic person there are other eating habits that I did some research and I put it here. Sattvic person eats reasonable amount at regular time, unhurried, and in neat manner. Okay, he is careful what he eats and is aware of its effect on body and mind. Food is brought by money earned through righteous means, because they also say कि अगर किसी का खाओ और उसने कुछ चोरी वोरी करके लिया, it is going to come through you, effects will come through you. It is cooked and served by a person with good thoughts in hygienic surroundings, served lovingly and eaten with calm and cheerful mind. Offer the food to Lord first and take the rest as a prasad. So that's another thing. And in Ayurvedic thing, they say when a person is eating, it should be absolutely no distraction.
Yeah,
So you
no
focus
reading
on the
and no
food,
phone, yeah.
and somebody else serves them. That's the best. We don't have that luxury, us women over here. But in case if you have that has the best effect on you. When you sit and somebody else serves you lovingly and
Yeah,
you
इसलिए तो enjoy
focus.
में we enjoy because
It happens once a week, we are served.
Yes. So we should be very thankful for that. And then when you eat, then you put your focus on eating. So you're not watching TV, looking at your phone, or talking to your friends. No talking, in silence you eat. That's the best kind of eating. And then you touch the food with your own fingers. And it is so scientific, you will never get burnt if you do that. Or you will know how soft it is or how this is. And you're immediately, by looking at the food, the juices start flowing in you about digestive juices. So there is a whole science by eating the way it is, but unfortunately, it's so sad. We do exactly opposite in this culture.
90%.
And we have to sit down and eat. They say standing is not good. Okay.
And sitting down also cross-legged. Because then क्या होता है कि ये cross-legged बैठ करके जो खाते हैं ना, तो then there's a lock of energy.
Okay.
तो नीचे तो energy नहीं, so all the energy is here on the Manipur chakra.
Digest your
See how scientific there it is. Yeah. So more you open up, more you're going to come up with all the good
And
things.
that's why meditation also you do in the cross leg. Because you don't want your energy to be going down, you want your energy to be going up.
Okay. So now what is sattvic food? It is juicy, wholesome, nutritious, easily digestible, pleasing to the eye, agreeable to the body, fragrant, well cooked, filling and fulfilling, increase the lifespan, makes mind sharp and alert, increase the memory, purifies the mind, strengthens the body, gives us sense of well-being and make us happy. Examples are fruits, milk, vegetable, pulses, ghee, all these things comes under sattvic food. Okay. Just give an idea. Okay. So everybody got the good dose of sattvic food? We go to Rajasic now? Ready for it?
Because I met this Swami who was in Himalayas 30 years and he came here and all he did was took almonds and milk. That's it.
No, अपने स्वामी
And he was
शाम को
85
यही
years
खाते
old.
हैं. They don't eat any food. Only
He was
fruits
85.
and nuts and milk.
And his hair were black, dark, and he could walk much faster than we all could behind him.
And even if you're on a raw diet,
No,
if you're on a raw diet
basically,
also.
Okay, now this one, the next one is going to tell you what causes disease and all this. Everybody listen.
See,
very
raw diet,
carefully.
I wouldn't agree because to digest our food, we really need heat. So that's why warm food
Okay,
is good.
I
and
would
raw
not-
food, this thing is really not
Okay,
good.
here, whatever I know
Have
little
some
bit.
raw food, but not all the meals.
All this food and
Can I
things
say
that
something?
applies to India. Right?
Yeah, whatever she's saying, just to say that we cannot classify like that because in Ayurveda, there are certain foods can be eaten raw.
No, we should eat raw, but
Like
यहाँ तो
cucumber
extreme में
and all
जाते
that,
हैं
you
ना.
can't
a certain
यहाँ
amount
तो
you have to
extreme
eat
में
raw,
जाते हैं.
Certain
amount.
food, but other food you should not. And my husband told me, which I didn't know, have any idea. The certain vegetables have toxicity in them.
Yeah, so then
They get removed by cooking.
yeah.
That is how important it is. I would 100% go back to the Ayurveda. If you have any doubt, catch an Ayurvedic person and learn from them how to eat the right way because they know it. All the Western diets, they are disastrous.
They don't
and whatever
know.
they come, this
They
fat
don't
that
know the
comes,
science of
they
eating.
don't
ये
know.
raw में जाएंगे तो पूरा
They don't
extreme
know.
raw में.
Exactly.
Egg भी
वो
नहीं
बोलेंगे
boil
कि
करेंगे,
plant
meat
based
भी
तो
नहीं
पत्ते
खाएंगे.
खाना शुरू कर
Meat भी कच्चा खाएंगे.
क्या क्या करते हैं? So
Really such
Yes.
we have a culture that has a time tested stuff, scientific, and then please learn from them instead of just doing blindly. That's all I have to say. Okay. Anybody else? Should I go to Rajasic food?
Yeah.
The good food.
Hmm?
The good food.
No comment. First learn. Okay.
All the mithai.
मिठाई and
This is
pakora.
tough. Okay, so let me concentrate here to chant this.
Okay.
Katva amlala matushna. Katva amlala matushna. Tikshna rukshna vidahinaha. Ahara rajasastheshta.
Rajasasasheshta.
Dukkha shokamaya pradaha. Okay, go for it. The Rajasic food.
That which is stale, right?
No,
No,
that's
those
toxic.
that are bitter.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Those that are bitter.
Nine
So
foods
you are
which are
understand.
bitter and salty. Over hot.
Bitter, sour, and
The foods that are bitter, sour, saline, excessively hot, pungent, dry and burning are liked by the Rajasic and are productive of pain, grief and disease.
Which cause suffering, grief, sickness and adhere to
So
that.
the passionate people
Yeah, we like
like
all this.
this kind of food. And we all know. Chaat and all that, huh?
Salty
Strong
and
flavors.
Excess salt.
Dense taste, bitter, sour, saltish, potato chips, salty.
dry.
Very hot,
Acidic, potato chip.
pungent, harsh, burning tastes are to the liking of the vigorous men restlessly striving to fulfill their uncontrolled passion and desires. So people who are like constantly competitive, running and all, that's what these are the kind of food.
But bitter is what, like Karela, would that be also?
See, remember, this is next time I will do that because I don't want to take the whole class doing this. I made a list of from the Ayurvedic people what are Rajasic, Tamasic and all, and there are certain, and don't think that you don't have to eat the other food at all. So don't get fanatic about it. But overall, if you have a sattvic diet, that's good. But if you have to eat because we also have to do go action in the world. Yeah. We have to at night sleep, and also so keep a good balance. It doesn't mean that you shun the whole thing, you know.
Actually, you have to keep a balance because तुम्हारे अंदर में तो त्रिगुण सहित हो ना तुम त्रिगुण अधिक तो नहीं हो गए.
लेकिन अगर कोई रह सकता है सात्विक फूड में तो by all means रहो.
But Ayurveda, according to Ayurveda, we should have all 5 tastes in the food.
5 नहीं 6. All 6 tastes.
6 आ गया. Okay.
Yeah, but remember, he's talking from a different angle now. He's telling that analyze yourself, what kind of personality you have, and if, nobody's forcing anybody. If you want to change something, here is a little window to change. So everybody, please try to understand what he's trying to say. That's all I'm bringing again and again. We are not judging anybody. We are not telling anybody what to do.
We are just bringing this thing like.
We are talking about what Krishna Bhagwan said. Okay. So when we say, I'm feeling sick, I'm feeling depressed, I'm doing this, maybe change your diet and see if something happens, you know. That's what I would say. So he's saying, this is what Swamiji says, such a diet, no doubt, creates in an individual brilliant energy. So it's not like this food is totally wasted, okay? It does create brilliant energy, but in their wildness, they are to a degree uncontrollable, and therefore, in their final reaction, such food lead the eater towards a life productive of grief, pain and disease. So here the most important thing is, even if you want to eat this stuff, don't eat it every day. Don't overindulge, because it can give you certain energies, but if you excessively do it, it's going to lead to pain. So you have to really see what he's trying to say. He's not shunning this, but he's telling you the effects of it if you excessively do this stuff. Okay? So another important thing he says, a student of these discussions in the Gita is not justified if he considers that by a control of diet, the thought discipline in him will also be controlled. From these stanzas, we have to understand that when the texture of our thought improves, the individual finds himself changing his taste, even his choices of food, which would give him full satisfaction. Because all of a sudden, I have seen people, my sister-in-law told me that she went to Vipassana and started meditating. And my own brother, he loves meat. He eats like whatever, and he's very like controlling about his wife. He wants her to eat what he eats. She said, I don't feel like eating meat. And she comes from a Rajput family. So they have eaten meat all their life, and sharab and meat and all that. She said, I just don't feel like, and I don't know how to, I have to force myself to eat because my husband is telling me to eat. So ऐसे भी होता है कि when people start changing, go meditating and all, automatically they don't.
I have seen in my own family here in United States, like we were very active family, eat, drink, dance, enjoy life, and then eventually everybody quit meat, quit drinking, and started meditating and eat sattvic food.
So see how it goes together?
But how did it change? What was the process that made the change?
We all started following SRF, self-realization.
There it was. Some company.
Sattvic thoughts.
Yes. So that's what he's trying to say. And these are just dials so that we know. Okay. So here, what my notes about.
And just to put a note here, I was trying to do